Ciao a tutti e benvenuti al quinto episodio, la quinta puntata di Talkin'Around. Allora inviterei subito Luca, qua con me. Luca, ci sei?
Eccomi, ciao a tutti.
Oh, eccoti. Allora io direi di prendere fuori subito i nostri piccoli mondi. Ce l'abbiamo? Ok.
Perfetto.
I nostri piccoli mondi con la nostra frase che adesso comparirà, che cerchiamo di portare sempre in ogni puntata, ossia che la grandezza è costruire ponti tra la gente, quello che cerchiamo
facciamo
di fare così, poi che bello fare Talkin'Around, guarda, una cosa che mi sta piacendo tantissimo,
una figata pazzesca.
Tantissimo. Non lo so, te che adesso stai sentendo un sacco di persone, stai invitando un sacco di ospiti, ci stai parlando, stai costruendo le interviste, non lo so come ti senti, come ti sembra?
È stato un bel lavoro, continua ad essere un bel lavoro, però sono assai gasato per quello che stiamo facendo, perché è bello dare la possibilità a queste persone di far sentire la loro storia e dare a noi la possibilità di sentire la loro, perché sono storie distanti, sono magari paesi di cui non si è sentito troppo parlare, come l'Armenia oggi, che appunto anche Artur ci racconterà delle cose interessantissime su quello che sta creando nel suo paese per cambiare un po' il futuro di tutto, di quello che è adesso un paese in guerra. E più che altro anche per noi che siamo qui bloccati in questo periodo è giusto, mi sembra, avere la possibilità di sentire qualche storia bella e capire come la gente utilizza la sua vita in giro per il mondo per crearne uno nuovo, che è quello che piacerebbe un po' vedere forse anche a noi dappertutto.
Sì, dai, adesso cercheremo di capire bene quando si potranno un po' superare questi limiti, questi confini che ci hanno messo.
Storie del mondo.
Storie dal mondo, esatto.
Siamo garanti di queste storie.
Dai, allora, io direi, partiamo con la sigla, siamo precisi, siamo pronti, e se avete dei commenti da lasciare, lasciateli sotto il nostro video, così che se abbiamo tempo li presentiamo ad Artur e via, direi di partire.
Sigla. Okay, everybody, welcome to our fifth episode. We are here with Artur. Welcome, Artur. And introduce him one moment for our all English speakers. And he's Artur Ghazaryan. He's from Armenia. And he's the CEO and creator of YCCD, the Youth Cooperation Center of Dilijan, its hometown in Armenia. And he's going to talk us about why and how this idea started and all the projects that they're making to create a new Armenia and a new culture even in the next years. So if everybody wants to make a comment or leave a hello, what it is, and don't make problem to yourself to make a comments below. And nothing, I don't steal you too much time, Artur, and we can start. So how's the 2021 by now initially? How are you?
Thank you, Luca. Thank you, and hello, everyone. It's very nice to be hosted by Talkin'Around. And by the way, this is a very good project. I wish a lot of success and a lot of followers. So the year was quite challenging, and online education, online projects a lot. Yes. So even though we're quite active in the virtual life, so the 2020 forced us to be more active and more like living in the virtual life, to learn new tools, new softwares, to improve our knowledge and competencies in the using of online tools. So this is it.
Yeah, it's been a task for everybody. Yeah, there's always to learn. So let's start. I want to ask you about your association, which is the Youth Cooperation Center in Dilijan. How and why did you get the motivation and the idea to start this project in 2008? It was. Why did you start it?
Thank you. So this is really very interesting question for me. We started some 12 years ago, but it had some background. Exactly 15 years ago, I had a very good chance to travel to Europe, to France. That was a project called GYSD, Global Youth Service Day. And 2 people from Armenia traveled to France. We have been in 10 cities of France, and in every town, every city, we met local young people who were doing volunteering. We have get acquainted new young people and new projects they were doing, and this project motivated me very much. And coming back to my home country, I had this plan, and I don't want to say that was a dream, but I had a very certain plan that I'm going to create something, some platform which will give new chances, new opportunities to local young people. As you have mentioned, I live in a small town, around 20,000 inhabitants here, and it's 100 kilometers far from the capital city. And at that time, we didn't have much nice places for local young people to spend their free time, to go to these places and to spend time as a after-school activity. And usually we don't have much opportunities for the mobilities. You know, in the European Union, you don't have these borders, and you can travel from Italy to Germany, for example, or to other countries and with your family, and this is a very normal thing. But here we have this limitation, and learning about new opportunities that the European Union especially is giving us as a partner country through the youth projects, later on Youth in Action, Erasmus Plus, which has been renamed later on. I promised myself that I'm going to establish this platform which will give an opportunity to young people, first of all, to go outside of their community and to learn what's going on behind the mountains. Also to have the opportunity for volunteering, because volunteering is very important. It's not always to work for other people, but also to just work for yourself and to learn new knowledge and to improve your competencies. So later on, I gathered some co-thinkers, and back in 2008 we have already established, registered the organization, and we called it Youth Cooperation Center of Dilijan. This is it. So the main aim we had was to increase the civic participation of young people and to give them new opportunities.
Yeah, it's a wonderful idea. So you saw outside of your country a lot of opportunities and ways of life that maybe wasn't arrived already in Armenia. So you wanted, I suppose it was 20 years ago, 15 years ago, you wanted to make to create this occasion for the young people of your country, which is wonderful. And I was asking me, but why do you think it's so important for young people, for Armenia, well, actually for all young people to travel, and especially for Armenians to go to Europe and to know other countries?
Oh, well, not only for Armenians, I guess for every human being and for every young people especially, it's very important to have this opportunity for the mobility to travel, which is giving new skills, lifetime skills. This, first of all, is the intercultural learning. To travel, to open new intercultural doors, and to know, to actually see and know how the other cultures, how the other nations are living, and to better understand that you are not alone in this country, and even if you are very proud of your culture, there are other cultures that you are expected to respect and to learn, and here it comes about respecting the differences, and also to have an opportunity to present yours. Yeah, it's not only to learn but also to teach yours. And in general, I value very much the outcome, how to say, the results of the mobility, because this is first of all intercultural learning, and this is what we all are doing. This is very important for everyone. And for us, Armenia is a small country, and being this door open to the European Union is very important for Armenian young people. Because, as I've told already, it's first of all intercultural learning, is traveling, making new friends, and knowledge. Yeah, for what else young people need.
Yeah, it's very important. It's the same thing that we are used to do here in Europe, of the Erasmus with the study. And actually, I made the Erasmus too, and even a lot of partners in playing around, a lot of friends of mine. And it's important, yeah, because you can compare a lot your culture and your state and everything, your political system, what it is, your economic system, to all the other countries. And making the Erasmus for me as Italian was like to understand that, oh, there are the Germans that are doing this stuff, the Spanish are doing like this, the French, they do this, the British, they do this. So you can compare in the end. We have different languages, but we are more or less the same. And
yeah, sure. And actually, if to speak the program Erasmus Plus, let's say, or how it was called before, Youth in Action. So it's first of all giving young people, in case you are doing EVS, voluntary project, to get more independent from your family or from your environment, and to plan whatever you do alone. It's like giving you self-confidence and self-awareness. You are learning yourself what you can do. It's a good opportunity.
So, and what it is EVS? Just to explain it to our watchers too, because I know that you're making a lot of projects with people from European countries with EVS.
EVS, it stands for European Voluntary Service. Now it's the name has been changed of the program, and now it's called European Solidarity Corps. But it's simply the same thing, giving more opportunities. This is a program. This is one part of the bigger project of the European Union, which is giving an opportunity to young people to travel to the partner country from 2 to 12 months to live there and to work as a volunteer in the hosting organization. So young people from the European Union can travel to a partner country and vice versa. From partner country, young people can go to European Union. But for this, we need partner organizations, first of all, hosting and sending organization, let's say. This is a very big topic, and it was to make another, maybe talk about this project. But briefly, this is it.
Yes, very important. I'm glad that even Armenia and some Eastern countries are participating too, even if they are they are not in the European community. So, what kind of project do you have made in the years? What are the most famous, or the one you like more, if you can enumerate a while, with European volunteers?
Well, I will start from a bit earlier period. So when we started the organization, from the name you can understand that it's mainly a space for young people to collaborate and to do projects. And from the beginning, we're doing mainly youth projects, let's say, trainings, exchanges, different activities where young people were the main figures. Later on, with getting more and more experience, we learned, we have understood that because we are living and working in the community, we need to do some community development projects as well. So currently we are doing mostly community development projects with active involvement of local and international young people. One of the successful projects that we are doing with European volunteers with EVS Solidarity Corps volunteers for many years is the European Club. We started it with our first volunteer from Poland, Wojtek Brozowski. Later on continued with Italian and German and Polish volunteers. So this is an after-school activity that our organization is offering to the local schools. And we go to the schools, we establish a European club, and as an after-school activity, our international volunteers with the local volunteers are teaching the local young people about European Union and about the countries in the European Union. So every session, every meeting is about one country, and the sessions are including like history, geography, cuisine, famous people, culture, music. That it's being organized in a non-formal educational way. Yeah. This is one of the successful projects that we were doing, and hope this COVID period will end soon, and we will continue hosting volunteers and running our projects again.
We will let that too. And we have even we have a video to show some material about a project that you made about youth participation. Can we show it to go search?
2019 թվականի ապրիլին խաղաղ փոփոխությունների նախաձեռնություն միջազգային խաղաղաշինական կազմակերպությունը Դիլիջանի երիտասարդների համագործակցության կենտրոն հասարակական կազմակերպության հետ նախաձեռնեցին մի ծրագիր, որը միտված էր խթանելու երիտասարդների մասնակցությունը որոշումների կայացման եւ խաղաղաշինության գործում Հայաստանում։
Գաղափարը շատ մեծ կապ ուներ մեր հայաստանյան իրականության հետ, որովհետև 2018-ի հեղափոխությունից հետո, երբ որ երիտասարդների մասնակցությունը շատ կարևորվում էր եւ տեսանելի ձևով մենք հասկացանք, որ երիտասարդները կարևոր դեր ունեն պետականաշինության գործում, ընդհանրապես առօրյայում, փորձեցինք կազմակերպել մի ծրագիր, որի թիրախը հենց երիտասարդներն են։
Քաղաքացիական շարժումներում երիտասարդությունը գերակշռել է թե առաջնորդների եւ թե մասնակիցների առումով։ 2018-ի բողոքի ցույցերում մեծ ներդրում ունեցան երիտասարդները։ Ցույցերի արդյունքում փոխվեց քաղաքական վերնախավը, իսկ գործադիր եւ օրենսդիր մարմիններում ներգրավվեցին աննախադեպ թվով երիտասարդներ։ Ազգային ժողովում նույնպես բավական մեծ թիվ են կազմում երիտասարդ պատգամավորները։ Ներկայիս խորհրդարանը թերևս ամենաերիտասարդն է Հայաստանի պատմության մեջ։ 7-րդ գումարման ազգային ժողովում նորընտիր պատգամավորների միջին տարիքը 30-ն է։ Ձեռնարկի հիման վրա կազմակերպել են դասընթացներ երիտասարդների համար Տավուշի մարզի Նոյեմբերյան, Բերդ եւ Իջևան համայնքներում։ Ծրագրի շրջանակում 15 երիտասարդ վերապատրաստվել է որպես դասընթացավար, որոնցից մի քանիսն էլ Տավուշի մարզում իրականացրել են դասընթացները։
Դասընթացի շրջանակներում ոչ միայն ձեռք են բերել նոր գիտելիքներ, այլ նաև նոր ընկերներ։ Վստահ կարող եմ ասել, որ դասընթացը մոտիվացրեց ինձ եւ սկսեցի ուժերի վրա ավելի վստահ լինել։
Դիլիջանի երիտասարդների համագործակցության կենտրոնի հիմնադիր Artur Ghazaryan-ը վստահեցնում է. պատրաստ ենք տրամադրել թե ձեռնարկը, թե ցանկացած տեսակի աջակցություն նյութն ամբողջությամբ ըմբռնելու։
Սրանով իսկ ծրագրի շարունակականությունը կարծում ենք արդեն ապահովված է։ Իհարկե, մենք նույնպես ջանք չենք խնայի նմանատիպ ծրագրեր եւս հետագայում իրականացնելու։
Nice. It's very nice this video, I think, because it shows that even after the protest movement that you have in 2018 and everything, something has changed, and in the sense that people, maybe people like you, understand that youth participation in the political movement and everything was very, very important. And the fact that you have the youngest parliament of your history, it's a very important thing. I would like, we wish it was so even in Italy, but it's not like this. So
currently it has some the country is facing some issues, but yeah, for a few years where quite happy for this. Actually, when you are working with young people, you empower them. I mean, you as an organization, yeah. For several years, we were empowering them, and then you understand that it's not only the education or the opportunity that you are giving them, but you expect something from them as an active participation in the country, in the decision-making processes. And this is why we're quite happy to get this partnership with our British partners and develop this project. So this project was actually about young people's participation in the decision-making processes. And for this, we have recruited local young people. We have organized a training of trainers. And then later on, they went to the regions and passed the knowledge they got to the young people living in the rural regions. And why such kind of projects are important? Because it is giving an opportunity to young people, doesn't matter is it Armenia or where, yeah, to not to accept any kind of information or the reality as it is, but to learn to analyze it. To look at the situation from different angles, and then to make the decision: is it good or bad? Is it correct or not correct? Yeah, especially when you have some social issues in the country, some economic issues, high unemployment, etc., etc. So you don't have enough time or mood to analyze everything, but we have to, young people especially have to have this analytical thinking, especially in the decision-making processes, and they need to take part in the decision-making processes and bring something new, something youth, let's say.
Yeah. No, thank you for
yes, simply just to finish, in the framework of the project, we have developed this training manual, which can be found on our website as well. It's in English and in Armenian. And well, you know, 2020 was an exception in the whole world, let's say. We didn't do a lot in terms of this, but we are planning to continue this project and to involve more and more young people in the project, to train them, and they will pass the knowledge and the competencies to others in their communities.
No, it's amazing, this too, in the sense that, yeah, you even to have the knowledge is to understand that you can really have an impact on the politics, even understand how to raise a little bit the system, how to get even to election, if there's some like so young groups that can say something to the politician and everything. I think it's a problem, and even here in Italy, it's very important in the sense that yeah, maybe young people is losing a little bit the connection with the political world and all the decisional world. So it's pretty nice what you do in this project.
And just in addition, actually, this project was also about peace education. Peace education in the understanding that in every reality, in every situation, you can get to the win-win situation, and you need to think like long term. And even living in your own community, in your own country, because when we say conflict, we always understand like a conflict with your enemy or with another country, yeah. But even if you learn about peace education, it's first of all with your colleague, with your friend, with your a schoolmate, classmate, someone from your community, yeah, from your family, that you need to be understood and you need to understand the person you are talking with, yeah. And this is how you need to get to the harmony and to the win-win situation. because when you go out from any kind of discussion, any party is considered to be loser or winner, then it is not the best situation. So the best situation is the win-win.
Yeah. I think even the fact in C to know young people between each other, even know people from other countries, but even from Armenia too, and the possibility to participate in these projects, it's like a peace building course on its own, I suppose. And even considering the situation which is Armenia right now, and I know that you had the bad luck to participate once more again in the conflict for the region, the Nagorno-Karabakh, and so I was very curious about the situation and show the importance even of the peace building in a country like Europe. And in this direction, before I wanted to ask that you started or you plan to start even a school of democracy, which is very, very interesting with your organization. And I wanted to ask you to come to this argument of the war, lucky and bad lucky, that we have to talk about. Why do you think it's important for young people of Armenia to make this democracy school and in general this education, peace education?
Thank you. Yes, peace education is the value of the peace education is getting more and more, especially in our case when we have ongoing conflict with Azerbaijan, and like the border with Turkey also is closed in our case. And in our country, I believe that the main, let's say, power is the knowledge and the ability to negotiate. So this all is part of education, and the education is the, let's say, the only
The key.
Key and known way that we can get out from this situation. Young people need to get more and more educated, to learn, to read, and to have their participation in all the aspects. So yes, the recent war is stopped right now because it is not over yet, and we have faced a lot of negative and a lot of bad situations. Around 5,000 soldiers were killed. We so far do not have any official numbers, and so far many are lost, let's say. There are many unknowns, like where are they? So the situation is quite tough and very sensitive, and but as a country living like in the 21st century, as citizens of the 21st, not citizens, but as people who live in the 21st century, we have to do our best not to get to such kind of situations as a conflict, not to war. We have to use all the efforts, everything, negotiation, every known and unknown methods, not to let any war anymore. Because this is the worst thing that may happen. Doesn't matter you are in which part, in which side you are of the conflict. Doesn't matter. This is a bad thing. This is a bad thing, and people, like every single person, have to do his or her best not to let such kind of things.
Yeah, because it's even a conflict with its ethnical and cultural side, and it's more than 100 years that it's going on for this region, which is in Azerbaijan, and actually is populated by an Armenian minority. So it's always this kind of conflict that seems to never have an end. So
well, what to say? This is it. But because we live next to because we live next to each other, we have to find the best solution.
There must be a solution.
Not to war again.
Yeah. No, it's very important. And in order of the discourses that you made with your association and the peacekeeping and everything to help people to know Europe and everything, it's a very, very important thing. As a young person, as a European young person, and me and like all the other people that had the possibility to know you today with this interview and everything, I think I would like to thank you for the way you are thinking, acting, and working with the organization. So thank you for going forward.
Thank you. And you have asked about the School of Democracy. So this is another project that we are doing with local partners. It's not only us, because the donors who are funding such kind of projects, they want organizations to make consortiums, like consortia, and to work together. So it's not us only, and we are partnering with other local organizations. But this is another like very good project for local young people to learn the reality of the local self-government, how the self-government is built here in Armenia on the local level. And this school will give an opportunity to participants, like successful participants, to do some local scale projects as well, to get some grants and to do the project. So this is a like 3-phase project. We did the first phase, and starting the 13th of January, we will do the second, and then at the end of the month, the third phase. And we do hope that for this year, around 20 young people from the region will successfully graduate from this school of this year, and then they will get the chance to do local projects. And the main purpose, the main goal of this school is to increase the participation of local young people in the again decision making on the local level, because we live in our hometown, in our region, so we want local young people to be active on this level.
Yeah, and you're acting good on this side. Thank you very much for this information. I think the School of Democracy is something that I would like to participate to. Actually, it's very, very interesting. But let me ask you one thing more about the conflict point, because it's something that is interesting a lot to me. And how much risk there it is for a young person like of my age or even younger, like 20 years, to end up fighting at the border and not coming to the YCCD to make projects or the school? Like, do you have obligatory military service? Is there this problem that I hope it doesn't be, or do you have this problem?
In Armenia, the military service is compulsory, it's obligatory, and it's for 2 years. Every 2 years, every young male who is 18 years old has to join the army. Of course, there are some cases when you are a student, or I don't know. Yes, there are some like legal cases when your military service is postponed. But after finishing, like graduating, finishing your education, you have to join. So it's for 2 years. And then during your military service, this is a military service. Yeah, some 20 years ago, I also went through this. It's like any usual army. You are doing your military service. For Europeans traveling to Armenia, they don't have any issues like crossing the border. So far, we didn't face any problems, any issues. So everything was quite smooth and like normal. The only thing that they may have is the visa. I mean, like visa issues. But while traveling to Armenia, EU citizens do not need any visa to travel to Armenia, while we need visa to travel to EU countries.
Yeah, I know. Exactly. Okay,
But
interesting.
sometimes, I mean, when you are in the country, there are some regulations that you need to follow. Sometimes there are cases that young people do not follow, and then they are in the problem. This is not. This is. It's because of their fault. Yeah, it's not because of the country. So it's up to 120 days if you are exceeding this amount of days in the country. So it's your problem. So you need to get out of the country and then come again.
Great. Okay, thank you very much. It's a strange reality from our point of view, because we young people in Europe, I suppose, we are not so used to even think about war and about the military service. So I think it will be an amazing experience to hear the voice even of the young people on your city and in Armenia. It will be very interesting. Well, going on with your projects, which are a lot, and they're all very, very important. There is one that you also make with another cooperative, which is called Armene, which is a women entrepreneurship project. So you get the possibility to groups of women from your town to build a business, and to let it going on. And I want to ask you, which benefits it's bringing to the community, this project?
Thank you. This is one of the.
We have even some photos as you're talking. Okay.
This is women empowerment project, and we are doing this since like 3 or 4 years. And in this project, as you have mentioned, it's called Armene. And this project we started with our Italian partner organization, Consorzio Leonardo from Pordenone. And this is why it's Armenia Cooperativa, so the name, and the short version is Armene.
Yeah, understandable for me.
Yes, and we love this project a lot. This is a very nice platform for local young people. So every year we recruit 20 unemployed, socially deprived young people, young mothers, who have no enough skills to get work, or they are busy at home with their little kids, and they cannot go to work. So we organize some leadership courses for them, and after these courses they get more empowered, and the self-confidence is becoming higher, and they find their place in the community. And after participating and successfully finishing our sewing workshops, because we also offer them sewing workshop, they are working for us, for Armene, and getting paid for the work they do. And in our, I mean, this is a nice circle. So it's like 2 blocks. The Armene consists of 2 parts. One is education. So we recruit and educate these women, and then we organize this production. We produce tote bags and innovative pencil rolls, and whatever we produce are promoting Dilijan, the community we live, and like tote bags are illustrated with nice pictures of Dilijan, and tourists are getting it, and they love it, and they use it. And the pencil rolls, which are, I can show you one.
No, we have the photo of the pencil roll.
Yeah, yeah, this is it. So it's another like innovative product that we do. So it consists of natural wooden pencils, and the fabric is like multi-time usable. There is no plastic in it, and the wooden button, I mean, everything we did like eco-friendly and for many time use. Yeah, and everything, all the products we produce carry a label which says made in Dilijan. So we were actually the first made in Dilijan product producers, and we love what we do. And this is a continuous project. Every year we do our best to recruit 20 unemployed like young people, young women, and to work with them. So ensuring the sustainability of Armene. And of course, it's not only this, we also get some orders from different organizations and companies in Armenia who want their own tote bags, because tote bags, I mean, anti-plastic campaign is quite ongoing in the country, and yeah, the government also is working on this. So we want, by producing tote bags, cotton bags, we want also to change the mindset approach of young people, first of all young people and then population to plastic. Yeah,
very important. So you are teaching and even to let these people understand how to get on with a business. And
yes, so it's leadership, entrepreneurial skills, and another like service that Armenecop is offering to tourists mainly, or to local inhabitants as well, is that during the weekends we are offering master class how to sew a tote bag. And for an example, you live in Dilijan and you have like an old jeans and you want to make a nice bag from your jeans, you may take your jeans and come here, and our women will teach you how to cut, how to make your own bag. So
then how to do.
Yes,
nice, amazing. And I saw we have some photos to show for the last thing about this, which is an amazing project actually, that you have even a festival in your town. I don't know if you made it for first of this was already going on, which is called Dilijan. These are the photos of the last year, and I suppose you are selling these products even here and make know your organization even in this occasion.
Yes, this is Dilijan, and this, because you know, we are, as an organization, we do several projects, and then we need a space, a platform where whatever we create or our beneficiaries create, they need to realize, they need to, let's say, sell it, yeah, present and sell it. And this is why we have developed this fair, Dilijan. Dili is like from the name Dilijan, and ton in Armenian means festive, yeah, like festival, and it's like very nice in Armenian as well. So this is a nice festival or fair during which we first of all present like who participates in it, the local artisans who do some handicrafts, handmade stuff, and also local producers, and local restaurants and food makers also participate. So you can find local handmade souvenirs, local food, and local pieces of culture like dance club, dance studio, or local singers also come and perform here. So this is, we want to make like local nice fair where everyone is participating and everyone is happy. And also this is a nice place for local and international visitors, tourists, to come and to get acquainted with the local culture. I mean, what's going on in Dilijan.
Yeah, you're even melting the old with the new. It's a wonderful game. Can't wait for the 2021 edition. So I hope you're going to make it.
And our organization has the whole equipment and furniture, everything like these tents, audio system, everything to organize this, to host these fairs. And we had given plans for 2020, but because of quarantine, because of the situation, we had to cancel it. And we do hope very much that this year the situation will get better and we will be able to implement whatever we have in our mind.
Yeah, you have time to make it bigger. Very nice. So I want to, as we are a volunteering association in the end, even in the beginning, I would like to ask you, so if you accept volunteers in YCCD, the answer I suppose is yes, in normal condition. And what can a volunteer from any country learn coming to YCCD? And which kind of volunteers do you need now? Maybe this is the version.
Well, the volunteer, first of all, when international volunteers involvement doesn't mean that they work for us, because volunteering isn't considered a job. And this means that the volunteers are simply doing what they can in the framework of their competencies, but they need to be open also to get new competencies and knowledge. We will be happy to have volunteers who are interested or who have some skills in working with multimedia projects, doing photos, videos, doing editing of videos, working in the WordPress environment, because I support the operation of the website, and social media platforms also will be very much interesting. We are teaching them what to do, because what we implement, the European Club, as I told you, the volunteer cannot know this, because they also need to learn. They have some preparation phase in the beginning, and then they go to the schools and run these classes. The main thing that we are expecting is the motivation to something new, because when you are doing this volunteering, when you are coming to another country for a long term, you need to be open to the new culture and to the new skills and knowledge. This is the only thing that we are expecting. The rest will come with the motivation.
Yeah, as an organization, we know a lot of young guys that have this skill, which is the most important, even in my opinion. Okay, perfect. So I wanted to ask you if you brought a model, as I have my model with an ear on the plane around ball, which is greatness is to build bridges between people. Here it is. Do you have a motto too that can resume a little bit your work after this wonderful discussion?
Yes. You know, when I was 20, I will start from this. I had a very great chance to work in an international company. And I was a student. That was my first ever work experience, and because our company came to Dilijan and they needed someone who speaks English and has good organizational skills, and they found me, or I have found them. And during my working experience, I had to deal with many things that I didn't know. I mean, they were giving me, delegating me to do different activities. For example, doing renovation. I have never done such kind of things. I was saying my answer always was positive. Yes, I will do this. And I was doing this. How I was doing? So I was finding an appropriate person who is experienced in this, like my elder colleagues, friends, parents, and I was collecting this information, and then I was very proudly implementing this. So this continued later on. Later on, I got another job, which was in the field of education, and my main activity was being a community mobilizer, let's say, to bring the internet education to the community. And I again said, yes, I will do this. And I worked on myself, on my competencies, and I have improved and developed new skills and competencies, and they did it. So in long story short, it's like what we have right now on the screen is fake it until you make it, because it is helping you. If you have this sense of responsibility, you will do your best to understand the essence of the task, and you will do it. And
having the knowledge.
Yes, and when you say yes, I will do it, and you say yes, I can do this, and then automatically you are getting more empowered, and new ideas are coming, and new doors are opened, and you get this knowledge. Of course, this is not like how to say. You have to work hard. I mean, it's not like coming from the wherever. You really have to work on yourself on this. But yeah, this is my, let's say, motto or slogan: fake it until you make it.
Wonderful. It's wonderful, actually. Thank you for the explanation and for the advice. Okay, so
of course, just to say this, this is not my my own, let's say, slogan or motto. Yeah, it's like from the 1960s. It's like famous in the world as well, and there is even a TEDx talk about this, etc., etc. But in different environments, it has different interpretations. So in my case, this is my explanation and how I interpret it.
And we can say even you can do everything and it will be just fine.
Yeah.
Okay, as we're running out of time, we have the last 5 minutes before to have to say hello to you. I make you the last question. If you having started this project in the no-profit sector, actually, and having started this adventure for the third sector, if you are happy for the choice you made, and if this project, this Youth Cooperation Center, it is bringing to you and to your community what you expected to obtain and to see.
You know, Luca, whatever you do, there is always a place for improvement, development, and like getting to maximum. Doesn't matter how good you work, you always have a place for getting more and more like perfect. With this, I'm happy what we are doing at YCCD, but I am a perfectionist, I myself, and I always am not happy with what we do, and I say that we have to do this in another way in order to get better results, etc., etc. This is very normal. You need to be self-demanding as well from yourself in order to have a result. During the past 12 years, we had as an NGO, because we don't, the funding in the NGOs, in the non-profit sector is not sustainable, and we had some up and downs as well. And I had some time when I was thinking, I had even a chance to work in another organization, parallel with YCCD. And I came back to YCCD because this is very close to my heart. What we do here in the organization, it is very much connected with young people and with the community, and this is my, let's say, as a citizen, this is my responsibility to do my best for the better of my community. Through YCCD, many young people found a good profession. Like they traveled and they found new ways of thinking. They have changed their mindset. YCCD opened a lot of doors to many young people, and we have implemented many community development projects. Many young women found themselves more self-confident, and they found a job, and they are now standing more powerful and more self-confident. This is what makes, yes, and this is what makes us happy and proud. Of course, we have some failures as well. When you are working, it's very normal to have some gaps, and we are working on that in order not to have such kind of cases. But I'm very much happy with what I'm doing at YCCD, and I don't know, this was for me a dream some 15 years ago. Now the dream came true, and we are thinking to continue this and to have like bigger and bigger plans in the community.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for the testimoniation. It was a very wonderful conversation. I'm glad to have it with you and to to make understand, to make the people see this reality you created, which is amazing. I would like to call Francesco if you want to participate to the thanks to you.
I have
in English version too.
Yeah, for one time, just in the last 5 minutes.
Yes.
I can try to. Oh, wonderful interview, guys! I was in the back into the direction. Very, very wonderful interview. So thank you so much, Artur, and thank you, Luca, also, because you both prepared these,
I think it's a pretty nice material.
Yes, this conversation, and Artur, I will hope that you can in the future, okay, nearly as possible, you can run as much project as you can, and so that maybe we will see, So it's I appreciate this interview because the message is also visit the Armenia. The Armenia is a place that is open and have also the association, the people that works to make the possibility to meet different culture each other. So wonderful project. Thank you so much to be.
Thank you too, guys. This format is really very nice, and I'm thinking even maybe we can borrow this format and to do something like local with local young people living in different countries like Armenians. And yes, visit Armenia, especially very soon. There will be flights operated from Milano to Yerevan. So think about this. You are more than welcome to Armenia, guys.
Well, Luca, the first appreciation for the format. Good. So, Artur, thank you so much. And we will.
Yes, thank you. Thanks to everyone, and see you soon.
Bye. Good work. Thank you. Eccoci qua, ci hanno tornato in italiano. Mostriamo allora l'ospite del prossimo episodio.
Sì, infatti abbiamo switchato in italiano. Allora, qua intanto faccio vedere i prossimi episodi che abbiamo programmato. Ci saranno sempre più o meno lo stesso orario, più o meno. Sì, poi lo scoprirai.
Un appetito meraviglioso.
Per questa volta poi ti ruberò anche la scena come intervistatore, perché basta, ormai
Sì, basta, ho annoiato abbastanza.
Stai prendendo un po' troppo spazio. Per la prossima intervista abbiamo, adesso ve la faccio vedere, abbiamo Elena Porfilianova, che è la responsabile di questo centro, che si occupa di lavorare con dei ragazzini che soffrono di problemi cognitivi, soprattutto bambini e bambine che soffrono di autismo. E poi ce ne parlerà insieme Giovanni Freschi, che è il nostro altro collega che avrete già visto in altro, il buon vecchio Joe, che ha passato un periodo proprio in questo centro, quindi ci racconteranno l'esperienza che hanno avuto insieme, come lavorano e poi anche loro come coinvolgono i volontari. Live domenica 17 gennaio alle ore 12, sempre sulla nostra pagina, pubblicheremo poi l'intervista, quindi salvate le promemoria, mi raccomando. E niente, possiamo fare i saluti di rito.
Grazie a tutti, ragazzi.
Alla prossima. Ciao a tutti.
Ciao.